180 to 180. Don't do that, Zoran. That will do very nicely. Now, 145.
Did the right thing there. Lerchbacher just took a step back, looked at what he had left, hit the 25, coming back for double 18 to double his lead in the match. And he does exactly that.
Well, I'll tell you what, 13 data followed by a 16 data. This is a very strong start from the Austrian.
26.
Both of these guys coming through qualifiers. Everybody you see in action on the opening day in the first round has had to come through a qualifier of some sort to be here. So we have the UK qualifiers, not the UK Open one. That is, of course, for the UK-based players. So James Richardson came through that.
60.
Zoran, as an Austrian, has come through the European qualifiers, and then we've got 4 host nation qualifiers as well.
91.
So Lerchbacher had to see off Roxy James Rodriguez, Ronnie Sonnenschein, and Olaf Topuskis to get here. Whereas Richardson
90.
had wins over Martin Grimble, Steve Beaton, and Nathan Derry just edged him out in the last leg decider in the final game of qualifying.
45.
Everyone remembers when James Richardson was in the World Championship. Zoran Lerchbacher himself qualified in 2014, and he lost to MVG after winning a prelim game. So a bit of a baptism of fire there for the Austrian.
100.
Yeah, it was a weird one, that, because he only won one leg and got done 3-0, but he actually had a higher average than MVG in that one. Strange old game in darts.
Although Michael van Gerwen went on to win that tournament, so he can always say he went out to the guy that held the trophy in the end. Who will hold the trophy this weekend? We're going to find out.
Yeah, well, that's the question. We have got some very, very big names. Obviously, MVG is here. Peter Wright, James Wade, Kim Hybrax, Adrian Lewis, the recent World Championship finalist.
96.
Michael Smith is here. I know
Oh.
he's not had a great time in the Premier League, but we saw he's playing some decent darts at the UK Open qualifiers the other day. Won a game with 132 average.
Yeah, incredible standard. And all those players flown straight in from Premier League action in Newcastle last night.
140. Adrian 147.
Well, these are the chances that James Richardson's getting in the minute. Zoran's playing
100.
pretty solid stuff. You know, he didn't get a dart from 147. He didn't get a dart from 145 in the previous leg, Richardson. And if Zoran continues his finishing, and he's 2 for 2 at the minute. Well, that's dart. Oh! Wow. 3 out of 4 for Zoran Lerchbacher in a 3-0 lead. Another break of throw. And James Richardson is in trouble.
And a 15 dart leg. This is a classy performance here.
60.
Richardson needs to find a little bit of fire. Perhaps one of his famous Vindaloos could help down.
I did warn you, a weak pun enthusiast.
Weak?
We've got some serious names on the way. I mean, obviously, you know, the 16 seeded players, or 15 this weekend because of Thornton's withdrawn, they all enter the fray tomorrow. But you've still got some big names who are going to be on the way
60.
over the first round action. So the likes of Stephen Bunting, Simon Whitlock, Mervyn King.
Whitlock, a former winner of the Dutch Darts Masters.
80.
Yeah, won the first one. That was back in 2012. Kim Hybrax won it the following year. In the last 2 years,
And have it on good authority that Simon Whitlock will be sporting a new look
140.
this afternoon.
Shaven head?
We'll reveal more later on.
Oh, that is a tease. That is a tease. Now, opportunity here for Richardson to get on the ball.
36.
36 does not help Zoran.
Needs a treble, really.
100.
Yeah, I'll take that. 103 left after 4 visits, and it could be a breaker throw and just offer him a way back into this one. I'll say winner faces Terry Jenkins tomorrow in the second game of the afternoon session. Terry seeded 11th
96.
for this one.
Stage required 103.
Lerchbacher's down to a finish, albeit the big one. Richardson.
83.
Not quite finding double top for 103, so this would be huge. Absolutely huge, Zoran. Not to be.
Not this time now. Richardson coming back with a huge visit. Double 10 needed.
100. Change required 20.
And it would be a break of throw. And it is a break of throw for James Richardson. This game's got a slightly different complexion now.
Game on.
Straight in the treble.
100.
Biggest venue on the European Tour is Venray, although, you know, the Friday afternoon session is traditionally quite a quiet one.
100.
People are at work. We've got a few hundred in. We'll have closer to 1,000 for this evening, but it is going to be absolutely packed over the course of this weekend. Around 4,000 people in here for both sessions tomorrow and for Sunday. They were practically dangling off the rafters here last year.
100.
And you see those checkout stats. Zoran Lerchbacher 3 out of 4. Richardson 1 out of 2. Impressive stuff in the early stages.
Excellent finishing so far. Just slipped into the treble 1.
83.
And Richardson with a really good chance to pull back within a leg of his opponent.
39.
Well, he should get at least one dart at a double when he returns, James Richardson.
Change required 62.
Now, treble 10. Oh, well, that's not the worst dart in the world, because he still gets the one dart he expected, but he doesn't find double top. And now Zoran Lerchbacher to break back straight away for a 4-1 lead. Could be a crucial moment in the match, this one. 18 leaves 20 for tops. That's the simple bit. And the hard bit, and Zoran Lerchbacher's finishing has been absolutely quality to start off the Dutch Darts Masters. He leads 4-1. He's only missed one dart at a double so far.
Incredible finishing from Lerchbacher. Richardson missed an opportunity. Lerchbacher took his. And has 1 foot, perhaps, in the next round of this tournament.
We've not really seen much of James Richardson on the European Tour over the last few years. It was the sort of first year of the Euro Tour in its current incarnation. There were tournaments in Europe prior to that.
83.
The new format Euro Tour, he had his best run. That was in 2012. It was in Austria.
81.
It was the very first one they did, the one that Justin Pipe won. And he made the quarterfinals. Admittedly, did get a bye against Adrian Lewis, but he beat Peter Wright and he beat MVG as well.
2012, a fantastic year for James Richardson.
60.
He ended up playing the Challenge Tour last year.
45.
He got a chance to stamp home his authority, and he's not doing it, Zoran, here. 8 scored. Well, that last dart rescues him a bit. Not down to a finish. Big one here from Richardson. Gets him back into it. He's going to be big. Oh, my word.
120.
Looked like it deflected out of the treble there. Just either caught a wire or caught the dart and didn't have enough power to stick in the board. That could be a crucial 60 on the floor there.
He's still left to finish, but it's a much bigger one than he would have had.
You require 155.
Could do it, though.
Well. Needed the treble 19 for double 19. He's just strayed into the treble next door, but all is not lost.
95.
95 off.
96.
And Zoran, he's finished so well. Is he going to get a dart? He is going to get a dart.
88.
And he's just missed it. Well,
Requires 60.
he's finally given James Richardson a chance. Can he take it? Double top. 2 darts at it. Moves across the oche. That's deflected. He's looking at double 10. Open bed. And gets it. And it's 4-2. And that's 4 legs have all been breaks of throw.
7th leg, James to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, Richardson did well to close that leg out because it was must win, and the first start didn't help him for the double top attempt, but composed himself
100.
and nailed the double 10.
Here's Lerchbacher going to be made to pay for that missed dart for a 5-1 lead. Got ahead early, went 3-0 up with 2 breaks of throw.
81.
It may yet prove to be a decisive lead, but here comes Richardson. And there's the first 180. Fired in by the man nicknamed Ruthless.
And it seems to have unsettled Zoran Lerchbacher,
80.
who salvages that shot with a treble 20 last start, but Richardson's in it again.
Oh my word. Oh my word, back to back.
180.
Potential 11 darts are coming here from James Richardson on his own throw. Only one way you
60.
break that.
James require 41.
Zoran's been some way off a perfect 9 darter in this leg, and that is an 11 darter, and James Richardson is roaring back into this one.
8th leg, Zoran to throw first. Game on.
Fantastic leg of darts from Richardson, back-to-back 180s, out in 11 darts, and real pressure now on the Austrian, who looked like he was coasting into the next round.
100.
Not for the first time, Lerchbacher finding the trouble with his last dart. That kind of rescues the visit.
91.
Similar response from Richardson. There you see everything in 6 visits to the board or fewer. That 11 darter
99.
standing out from Richardson there. 91 plays 88. It's decent.
100.
Nothing to write home about. But those checkout stats are very, very impressive. 67%, but it could be that the most important one was that one he missed for a 5-1 lead.
Yeah, and it's the most important part of the game. Doubles for dough, the old analogy.
Yeah, I've heard it said.
We'll try and think of a new one. Decent setup. Richardson looking to leave a finish himself. Fails
60.
to do so.
Zoran, you require 112.
So Lerchbacher looking at 112, starting with treble 20. Stay there.
Don't think that's in going on his reactions.
88.
And it wasn't, but he sets it up very nicely. He'll be coming back looking at double 12 for a 5-3 lead. Be a bit of pressure on this.
85.
Whoa, well, it doesn't stay straight. And it may end up costing him James Richardson. Double 6, that was a long way off the double 12. But he finds it with the second dart. Zoran Lerchbacher is just one leg away. James Richardson has got to do something he's not managed so far in this game, and that's win 3 consecutive legs. He does have to throw in 2 of them, and he's starting off this one almost perfectly.
Yeah, that dart at double 12 was a long way off from Lerchbacher, but he composed himself well
60.
to move within a leg of victory. Richardson in the treble again, though, and again.
140.
Lovely looking stuff.
140.
And that number of times stuck the first 2 in the treble and unable to complete the maximum.
100.
Healthy lead for Richardson in this one. Needs to hold his throw here and win the next 2, or his Dutch Darts Masters campaign will come to an abrupt halt at the earliest possible opportunity. Lerchbacher down to a finish himself, though. Treble 17. Bullseye.
96. Or on your 161.
Will Lerchbacher get a shot at the bullseye? The answer is no to that question, so Richardson will come back for 25.
137.
Oh, but he's left himself perfectly placed on that 24. Richardson. 2 darts. Gets it with the first, and it's 5-4.
10 flags Zoran to throw first. Game on.
Huge leg now. Lerchbacher's throw.
Can he hold his nerve? His finishing has been superb in this game so far. Can he get himself
100.
down to a double? And when he gets there, can he take it with the game there for the taking? Richardson's coming back at him, though. He's got a break in this leg, and he starts off perfectly. It's another maximum. He's 3rd.
Fabulous visit from James Richardson. He's pulling out the goods when he needs to in this match. Turned up late, it seems.
60.
Oh, has it rattled Lerchbacher? This one is going to drag you first 9 average up.
93.
But that, well, Lerchbacher, he's only 43 points behind. Important last start.
Huge treble. Now Richardson needing to find a treble of his own. And does.
100.
First to a finish in this deciding leg.
Needs to set the shot up. Great start. Can he find another? He can. He can. And he's down to 61. Richardson looking at 158. First dart is there. Oh, unable to follow it with a second. And Zoran Lerchbacher, whose finishing has been superb in this match, now looks at 61 for the match to break in the deciding leg. Oh, it's too good. He's hit the bullseye. He wanted the 25, so he only gets 1 dart for the match.
57.
And right when he needed it, his finishing deserts him. And Richardson wants tops, and now 10s. And he's got out of jail a bit there, James Richardson. He trailed 3-0 and 4-1. He survived the dart for a 5-1 deficit, but 4 180s in the last few legs helped drag him back into it. James Richardson survives a match dart in the end, but he will face Terry Jenkins in tomorrow's afternoon session in the second round. The Dutch Darts Masters is up and running, and the action continues in just a few moments' time with Richie Edhouse against little Mark